We all want to know, what makes people tick
How will they make decisions?
Handle feedback,
and work
As a team.
The Predictive Index Behavioral Assessment reveals how employees actually think, work, and thrive. Like how Marcus fits in a role with structure, and Margot's strength is collaborating with others. Because when we understand each other, work just works. Take the behavioral assessment today at try.predictiveindex.com.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
So you moved a guy in and you've been dating 60 days?
Yes.
How's that working out for you?
Well, now I'm good.
Because you broke up.
Yes.
This is the plaintiff, Amika Travis. She says the defendant, her live-in boyfriend at the time, borrowed her car, gunned the engine over the railroad tracks like it was the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard, and the car went airborne. Now the car's broken. They've since broken up, and no matter what she does, she can't seem to get him to pay for the repairs. She has no other choice but to drag his sorry butt into court today, and is suing him for the $1,779 she's owed. This is the defendant, Johnny Holden. He says they purchased the car together, and it broke down one day when he was driving it. In the meantime, they broke up. The plaintiff's holding all of his belongings hostage, is harassing him at work, and even caused him to get fired. Bottom line, he put more money into the vehicle than she did. He did nothing to cause it to break, and owes the plaintiff zippo. He's accused of going hog wild.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Okay, Amika Travis?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing your former boyfriend, Johnny Holden, for $1,779 that you say he owes you for damaging your car while you were dating. Tell me what happened.
Well, I purchased the vehicle December 2012, and I've had it for about a month, and on the 5th of January 2013, I let him drive my vehicle to work, and he called me and told me that it was broke down because he was going too fast over the railroad tracks and broke it.
Was there somebody else in the car?
Yeah, he had a
Did you ever
coworker.
talk to that somebody else?
Yes.
What did that somebody else tell you?
They just said that he told him to slow down. He was driving really fast, and he told him to slow down, but he didn't. And he jumped the railroad tracks, and it cut off.
So did you fly over those railroad tracks airborne?
Yes, ma'am. Like, when you get close to the tracks, you can't really see it's a hill until you're really up on it. And I'm not from Columbus, Ohio. I was from Flint, Michigan. I just moved there, and I wasn't familiar with that street. And I was driving kind of fast, and when I went up over the hill,
So why did you say in your answer to the complaint that you were going 20 miles an hour?
Yeah, I mean, between 20 and 30 miles an hour, I was going fast.
I wasn't even going fast. That's what your answer to the complaint says.
Oh, well, I admit I was going like 25, 20, somewhere between there.
Okay, so go on.
Well, anyway, he said that, he was going to get it fixed. After we found out that it was an engine that needed to be replaced, then Johnny said, well, I'll pay $800 of it, which I didn't understand why he would only want to pay $800 when he broke the car himself completely. But I didn't disagree with him because I would take anything I can get. So after him making attempts...
How long had you been dating Johnny at that point?
At least 5 months.
Okay. Were you living together?
Yes, ma'am.
How quickly did you move in together?
At least after like 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Do you have children?
Yes.
How old is your child?
My son is 11 and my...
So you moved a guy in who you've been dating 60 days?
Yes.
How's that working out for you?
Well, now I'm good.
Because you broke up?
Yes.
Okay, who broke up with who?
I guess we sort of just parted our separate ways.
How? Why?
Well, I guess the relationship was going downhill. After the vehicle was broken, I guess we weren't out and about like we were, and getting along, arguments started, and...
So it was a transportation reason that you broke up?
I would say that.
You're cooped up in the house now?
No, I wouldn't.
Turns out I don't like this guy. I moved into the home where I live with my 11-year-old son. So he moves in, and that lasts, what, another 60 days? Who broke up with who?
Can I talk right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at you. That's who I want to answer the question. Who broke up with who?
Your Honor, we broke up because she kept on blaming me. I just moved to Columbus.
Wait, the car?
No, we broke up.
Because she kept blaming you for what?
For cheating on her.
Oh, for cheating on her?
And I wasn't cheating on her because I didn't even meet nobody in Columbus. I just moved from Flint, Michigan to Columbus in less...
What are you talking about? I know what a fast operator are. You just met her and you moved in.
Yeah, and she was blaming me.
So how are you suggesting that I haven't been here long enough to get a girlfriend when you moved in with somebody?
Right.
And that... No, not right. That's opposite to what you are saying.
Well, it's pretending to what I'm saying. I mean, like, how can I meet
what you're
other
saying,
women?
but it's not what you're saying.
Well, I was trying to tell you, how can I meet other women that fast in order to cheat on you?
Your hands were already full with meeting somebody, moving in with her, and after the course of 60 days.
All right, we met each other at church. A month later, I moved in, and I didn't see all, what I should have been seeing before I moved in with her, but I guess that came along, with the package. So I was paying bills.
All right, and then who broke up with who?
I broke up with her.
Because you were tired of getting blamed for cheating, and according to you, you weren't.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you with the person who she accused you of cheating with?
No.
Okay, now, after this little railroad thing happened, you suggested to her that you would pay $800?
Yes, I agree. I agreed to the estimate when the shop called us. He said it was like $1,200 altogether.
Okay.
So I said, okay, since I put $600 down on the car.
You put $600 down on the car?
Yes, I did.
Did he put $600 down on the car?
No, he did
I put $600 down on the car, and she put her $200 down on the car. That's how we got the car for like $800 altogether. Then we still owe like $1,700 on the car because we was making payments. And I said, okay, since I put $600 down on the car and paid a couple car payments to it, I wasn't agreeing to pay for the whole estimate of the car to get fixed. And she said, okay, we agreed on $600.
Was this all before or after you broke up?
This was before.
And then what happened?
And I went over there when I got my check. We broke up. I went over there when I got my first check, and I said I was gonna pay her $150 every week. So when I went over there, she disappeared. She's not there with my clothes. I looked for my clothes. I'm like, hey, where my clothes at? I ain't got no clothes around, no shoes, no nothing. Haircut, clippers, hats, clothes, the whole wakazoo, the whole wardrobe.
Why'd you leave everything behind? Why'd you leave your wakazoo behind? You should take that with you.
Because after I got off work, I had to go to work the next morning.
Is that what we're calling that thing that's coming out of your chin, a wakazoo? What is that?
That's my swag, Your
I
Honor.
can't. It's like the white elephant in the room. I can't pretend I'm not looking at. What is that?
That's my swag.
That's your...
No,
I don't like, pointing out.
Everybody got a trademark to it, Your Honor.
That's your trade. How long have you had this trademark?
4 years.
Go with something else, man.
Well, I can tuck it in when I get professional and have to.
Can I tell you something? You'd have to sleep with one eye open if you were my boyfriend, because I would snip that. The temptation to just cut that out would be so bad. I would just day one, it would be over. Goodbye, wakazoo.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, good idea, bad idea that she moves in with this guy after 2 months with an 11-year-old son.
Very bad idea.
Why?
Your kid's gonna be messed like 2 months. You don't know him. He could be a serial killer for all you know.
2 months, bad idea, good idea.
I think it's a terrible idea. They should take it all orthodox old school and just wait for a long, long time.
Orthodox old school. I love that. You get the final word.
Well, I mean, the kid is 11 years old, and knowing a guy just for 2 months and bringing him into your house to live with you is...
Why is it bad?
Just because the ratio to 11 years to 2 months is just like not even logical.
Okay, I'm not sure the ratio is relevant. I'll go with it. Going inside the courtroom.
So you have not paid her anything. You agree that you owe her something. You disagree on the something that you owe her. Yes. You were the guy driving. Yes. The thing got. Do you have the mechanics estimates? There you go. Why are you suing him for 2 car payments?
One, first of all, I made the complete down payment. I scrapped my old vehicle, got the money from that, and a paycheck, a work check. He did not put any money down on the vehicle. And then also, he didn't break up with me. I broke up with him. And on top of that, his things, he got most of his things, but I had a bag of clothes in a closet, particular things that he wanted that I knew that he would want. And he didn't get them, but he does have them now. I gave them to him already.
Oh, you were withholding like his favorite things?
No, I had them all bagged up. Yes. Okay. Yeah, his favorite things all bagged up in the closet. Yes, I did.
Helpfully bagged up in a closet while you left the things he didn't like out?
Yeah. Well, I didn't leave those out. I just left them where they were.
Why did you bag his favorite things in a bag?
Because he said he was going to give me a payment. He was going to give me some money, and I said, okay, you give me the money, you can have the things.
Oh, you were holding a hostage?
Oh, I guess you can say that.
Okay, so then he came to give you a payment, and what was wrong with the payment?
Well, I wasn't even home.
Did he try to give you a payment at some point?
Yes, he did.
And
when he came to give me a $150 payment, he was short. So I'm like, I can't, because he was supposed to pay.
How short was he?
$40. Tried to give me he tried to give me $110. And I'm like, this isn't going to work. Yeah.
So, Mr. Holden, what exactly is your plan?
Wednesday night, we broke up, but I stayed the night at her house. And I told her when I got off work, I was coming to get my clothes and things and give her $150 on the payment for her car. I left, and I admit I spent $30 of the money because I had to pay for a ride and stuff to pick up my things. So when we came back over there, when she called me, like, I got here. You spent her money to pay
for your ride?
Yeah. She said, I don't want 120, I want $150.
Why do you have to imitate her like that?
Because this is how she acts. She thinks she's a boss like Rick Ross or something. You know? So I said, look, either you can take this or you can wait till next week to get your payment then. She didn't want to take that. My suit was laying right there. This suit right here was laying on the couch. I had to wrestle with the suit. She called the police. I'm like, yeah, call the police so they can come get my rest of my stuff. You know? And it was.
So what? Did the police come out?
No, the police. She didn't. Her daughter didn't call the police. She like, Mom, you don't want to call the police. He just called the police on you. We're here waiting on you. So long story short, she didn't want to take the 120. I snatched my suit and said, well, if you don't want to take that, you just keep my clothes, and I'm gonna just keep my money instead of paying you to fix your truck.
All right. So here's what we have. We have you and she arriving at some kind of agreement that she apparently was going to accept of either $800 or $600. Then we have you spending part of her money, so you didn't abide by the agreement, which you think is funny, but the legal effect of you not abiding by the agreement is that there is no agreement. So now we're back to square one, and I've got to decide what you owe her. I have you driving the car. I have the car becoming completely disabled after you drove it over the railroad tracks, and I have you basically admitting that you were going too fast for conditions. Even if you were just going 20-25, that may be too fast for the conditions of that place. When you say, I don't know that street, if you're coming up on a hill, maybe you should slow down. And if the damage to the car, which is less than the Blue Book value of the car, not by much, but is less than the Blue Book value of the car, is $1,504.11 plus the tow, that's what I'm going to order you to pay, the entire $1,559. I'm not going to order him to pay your car payments that you're behind. Okay, nice try, though. Good luck.
All right, so the defendant's out here in the hallway. What's going through your mind here with the big smile?
Well, you know, just got to learn how to take care of other people's things like it's yours, and you know, just find out who you're really messing with before it gets too far in a relationship. And
were you kind of quick moving in with her, starting this relationship?
I mean, she was a good girl, and you know, she was cool until things started getting off on other words.
What was the first hint you had that it wasn't going to work out?
The first hint, her not trusting me. It was a trust issue. She wanted me to stay in the house with her all the time and keep me like that, like I was a little kid.
You gonna stick with the Wakazoo?
Yeah,
or what?
I couldn't have no friends. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Wakazoo. This is my trademark.
Even though the judge said maybe you should rethink it. All right, head around the corner this way, and the documents are right there. All right, so come on in here. You satisfied how this comes out now?
Yes, I am.
You don't miss him at all?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, what did you see in him when it was going good? What did you like about him?
Well, he is a good guy. He lived up to everything, his promises, until it started going south. Then he was.
You think he was cheating on you, or no?
No, I don't know. He wasn't cheating, but
All right.
the relationship just went sour.
Were you good with the what do you call it? Were you good with that?
I guess he's all right.
All right, Harvey.
If the damages were more than the Blue Book value, the damages would be maxed out at that amount. You can't get more than the value of the vehicle. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Gold Bond knows that when your skin feels good, you feel good. So look after it day and night and make Gold Bond Healing Lotion your go-to. It's clinically shown to visibly heal and moisturize dry skin in just 1 use. We all deserve soft, healthy-looking skin every day, so choose a trusted brand with proven results. Gold Bond Healing Lotion. Buy yours now at Walmart.com.
This is the plaintiff, Christopher Cirillo. He says he hired the defendant to refinish his oakwood floors, and the guy botched the job, but good. He let the careless slouch try to correct his mistakes, but he made things even worse. He's out all sorts of money due to the defendant's ineptness and is suing him here and now for the $5,000 it's going to cost him to repair his mistakes. This is the defendant, Jonathan. He says he's been redoing floors for 25 years, so he knows what he's doing, thank you very much. The plaintiff's one of those customers who's impossible to please, because one minute he loved the job and the next he hated it. Bottom line, he's done everything to satisfy the plaintiff, did a good job, and doesn't owe him a thing. He's accused of fouling up the floor.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff hired the defendant to refinish his wood floors and says the dude botched the job. But the defendant says he's done this for 25 years, so back off. It's the case of you gave me bad wood.
Okay. Christopher Cirillo?
Yes.
You are suing the floor company represented by Jonathan. You're the owner. You've asked us not to mention your company name or your last name?
Right.
Okay. For $5,000 for poor workmanship, you want a refund of the money you paid him, plus the cost to redo your floor. That way you get free floor. And damages that he did to your place and pain and suffering. Okay. Tell me what's going on.
On November 28th, 2012, Jonathan, first day on the job was...
How'd you find Jonathan?
On the internet.
Okay.
We met. He did see the floors. They were in great shape. He did notice some things which...
They were what?
They were in great shape.
So why were you having them redone?
It's strictly just for a color change.
Color, okay.
Yes. So we were just redoing the living room.
Okay.
So I hired him.
The plan is that you're going to pay him $960 in order to restain the floor. Strip it, take the color out of it, stain it, polyurethane.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
He sands the floor on November 28th. On the first day, one of his workers had accidentally... I have granite tile and it's hard to explain, but basically the 2 floors meet.
Okay, do we have pictures of that?
I do.
Okay, can we see some pictures there?
Yes.
Okay, can you scroll through there? That's where the wood ends and your black tile begins, and your tile is what?
Granite.
Granite,
Yes.
okay, so that's where they meet, gotcha.
That's
what did the worker do?
As you can see, it's still a little hard to see, but as you can see, the gray shadow, if you will, where the 2 floors meet, the sander went a little too far, and I actually have 2 tiles to show you. See that scuff, or?
No, but maybe I can see it on your computer if you don't mind. I'm getting close to you.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're talking about the sanding of the floor. Are you talking about right up here? Or are you talking about here? Where are you talking about?
Right here.
Okay, because he did what? He sanded too close and nicked the tile?
Right.
So he nicks that, and you tell him what?
Jonathan sees the mistake. He clearly says he'll buff it.
Okay, so it wasn't deep. It didn't like take a chunk of the tile out.
Well, the tile has a finish. So
yeah, I know. So it
right.
nicked the finish, but it can be refinished.
From what we both believed.
All right, so it looked like that was reasonable to you. Okay, so go on. What
Which
happened?
was fine. If you fix it, fine.
Right.
Okay, so that's the first day. The second day was the 29th. He stains the floor. Unfortunately, when he did stain the floor, it seemed just not right.
Why?
Very blotchy. There was a 2-foot, around the entire room, a 2-foot section that was completely a different color than the entire floor. But the entire floor was dark and light patchy.
Okay.
I do have a picture.
Okay, let me see the picture.
Okay. The best I can show is I have one picture because he did redo the floor again. So this is at that time. This is dated on November 30th. And this is the picture. I'll give you a good general idea of how the floor looked.
Okay.
Now, he says it's fine. When I put the finish is another word for polyurethane. When I put the finish on the floor, everything will blend, will match, everything will be fine. Okay, no problem. Day 3, November 30th, Jonathan does polyurethane the floor. At this point, his professionalism of 20 years, nobody takes tape and protects the kitchen cabinets. Now, my kitchen cabinets back along the wood floor. So when they polyurethane the floor, they get it all over the back of the cabinets.
Do you have a picture of that?
Yes, that was the first picture right here, actually. Those little dots is polyurethane. Unfortunately, the pictures do not do
No, I know that
justice,
pictures don't always do justice.
but I'm trying my best.
Yeah, I've done this a long time. I know that. But where is it? Like these areas here?
That is
polyurethane. Because that's where the flash is. That's where your flash is. So
Right.
that doesn't do it justice
So
either.
if I do it, and I kind of tried to take it as we go.
So you're talking about these areas here?
Right, but unfortunately, this is about 7 feet long. This entire. That's what you could kind of see from a camera.
Well, no, right. You have, the piece I'm looking at is about 1.5 feet long, but you're saying it runs the 7 feet.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna stay here. Go ahead. When he complains to you about the floors and the damage, do you go over there? Because you're not actually doing the work, right? You have workers doing the work?
Yes.
All right, so do you go over there to take a look at the things he's complaining about?
Right away, Your Honor.
All right, and so did you see the polyurethane stains on the kitchen cabinet?
Yes, I did.
And did you see the nick on the tile?
It was a quarter inch on the cabinet all the way down, a line. I went over and immediately called my supplier. My supplier said, well, there's nothing that can take it all the way off of the Formica. So I informed the customer and I told him that none can take it completely off. Maybe we can use like a molding or something to go around there.
Wow.
That I would pay for it. I would pay for the damage for that.
Okay.
And I also, I have pictures also. This is the first time we stained it, the stain color and everything. The floor has color variations.
Sure,
And the wood.
This is a real wood floor.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and wood has color variations. There's
Color
no question
variation
about
in the
that.
wood. And the colors that was picked, that was actually a 3-color combination. It's ebony, red mahogany, and it's also Jacobean.
But what if you did a second coat of it?
I have a picture of the floor after we stained it the second time. And you will see the difference is not much difference, Your Honor. That's the second time we stained it, Your Honor.
Doesn't it look a little splotchy?
Yes.
Right.
But that's natural.
Show me the picture of the floors before you started finishing it.
I got the job from the beginning, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can also see the granite
I don't want anybody else testifying. I just want what I am asking for. All right, this is the job from the beginning?
Yes, ma'am.
So his floors looked like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they were very, I guess, way more red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but if you look here, you will see that there are parts that are darker than other parts, because that's how wood works. Show me the picture where it's all stripped.
And that's the sanding machine, too.
All right, and so when you look at this while he's sanding, you can see that some pieces of the wood are darker than other pieces,
Yes,
right?
Your Honor, that's not what's in question.
Well, I don't know. See, you need to prove.
I know.
You understand that you need to prove what your damages we'll talk about now. That's a different issue. But the actual
floor.
You know, if you picked a darker stain, then, you know, it all looks a lot more uniform. And some people like that look. And
This might
some people
help.
don't like that look. Some people like the look of having wood variation of the grain. But there's still the issue of the damages. So were you supposed to go back there and fix the damages?
We come back. We buff the granite. In the interim of buffing the granite, the buffing machine, which runs at 2,500 RPMs, it scuffed the kick plate of his dishwasher.
My God, can't you people get out of your own way? Why stuff? I mean, you do this every day. Why can't they be careful?
It was a small kitchen, and we're trying to buff the whole
so
thing.
you always damage the kitchen?
No.
Okay.
No, but just this one particular time, we put a 2-inch scuff.
I think you should have come in and done the second job to make sure nothing went wrong.
I did.
Oh, you did? You're the guy who scuffed the kick plate?
Yeah, I did the kick
For the
plate.
love.
It was me who did it. Okay, and
show me a picture of the kick plate.
Once the kick plate was scuffed, I told Chris, I said, Chris, it's my fault. Okay, keep the money for buffing the floor, which is $150. Keep the money, get the scuffs fixed. Okay, and
gotcha.
He agreed. He didn't pay me anything.
And then he thought better of it. All right.
Judge, can I add one thing, please?
Yes.
He threatened me.
He threatened you?
Yes, ma'am. I talked to him. He called me on the phone, demanding his money back. And when I told him to take me to court, he said he know where I live. He gonna send somebody to my house. And he also stated that he has family in the mafia, something like that. I don't know if he was playing or what, but at that time, it was a serious issue.
Your Honor, I said
it
would be in your best interest to settle this.
Did you say something about the mafia?
No, I did not.
Yes, he did.
Did you say I have family
Yes,
members?
he did.
I know where you live.
I did not, Your Honor.
Yes,
you
he
sure?
did. Yes, he did.
Unfortunately, if I did, I probably wouldn't.
Do you have family members in the mafia?
No, I do.
Your Honor,
Okay.
he did. Trust me, he did. I'm not lying.
So, if you stain a wood floor, will there be color variations or will it be the same?
I really don't know. Ask this guy right here.
Okay.
I think so. Maybe with like the knots in the wood, there might be some variation, but not much.
Is it just really not much? Is it just the knots that make the difference? Anybody? Anybody?
I mean, I would think it would be the quality of the wood that would determine how well the stain would work out.
Could you get any piece of wood that would be all uniform color if you stained it?
No, of course not.
Okay, there you go. Going inside the courtroom.
All right, tell me about this. This is what I want to know, the answers to my specific questions.
Yes.
Why would he have to pay you almost $1,000 to replace all your granite tiles?
The 2 tiles must be replaced. They have to remove those tiles, but they have to do it with extra care due to the fact that granite tile has no space, very tight together. So they have to take out those 2 tiles without damaging any other tile and the wood floor. Now they have to reset new 2 tiles. They have to cut it.
They have to replace the 2 tiles. You can stretch that out to whatever. Let me see what you have.
Okay.
Do you have more than one estimate, or you just have one estimate?
No, just one. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now let's talk about the craft-made kitchen cabinet.
Yes.
Let me see your evidence on the craft-made kitchen cabinet. I already saw your evidence of the damage to it. What I want is the cost to it. For the actual item, it's $411 with tax and delivery charge. Okay. What's a door frame? We haven't talked about that.
It's custom made to fit in this specific space.
Show me pictures of the damaged door frame. All right. This is what? A door to what?
That's a washer and dryer.
Okay, and so is the door... Am I looking at a glass door?
Yes,
What am I looking at?
it's a smoked glass door with a black frame, if you will.
The frame is made of what?
The frame is, I believe it's a powder-coated metal.
Okay, and so, all right, so now I know what I'm looking at when I get closer, and it got scuffed?
Yes.
The
Right.
black is off in one area, like a
Okay,
2-inch area.
and you are asking for $700 to replace the whole custom door frame. Why can't it be...
In my original quote, I figured they would just replace the bottom piece that was scuffed.
Or paint it?
No, it's not. No, you can't. It's not painted.
Okay, so where's your estimate for that?
They made it clear to me that the entire frame has to be
Okay,
replaced.
am I going to see that in writing, or I'm just going to
Yes.
trust your lips again?
No,
Okay.
it's from Anthony's it's kitchens and baths. They do custom enclosures.
Yeah, there was one scuff.
It doesn't matter. You can't go around scuffing people's stuff and saying, you should just put up with it. This is a guy who wants his house to look nice. He doesn't need the extra, damage that every time Mo, Curly, and Larry turn around, they do to the place. You can't spill polyurethane on the cabinets and not expect that you're going to have to fix it. And then when you scuff the metal door too, we have a problem. We have a problem. We have a problem consistently. When you scuff the title, we have a problem. That needs to be replaced as well. These are things that become a problem because of the damage. I am not...
Your Honor,
No, I'm not asking you to keep testifying. I am ruling As for pain and suffering, this is a contract case. It's not appropriate for pain and suffering.
Okay.
Okay.
The integrity
so
of the
now,
floor?
no, you're done testifying. I am now about to rule. When I look at these wood floors and I hear him saying where parts are darker than others, I do not agree with you that he has to return your money on this. I just don't agree with you because it's so subjective. This is how staining wood floors goes. These are wood grains showing through. And you can see that when you see the pictures of how it looked before he did it, where you also had variations in the color, and the picture of how it looked stripped. So I am not ruling with you on a refund of the monies paid or the cost to redo the floor, which would be double dipping. I am, however, going to estimate what I believe to be a reasonable cost for the repair and or replacement of those things that I believe need to be repaired and or replaced. And based on that, I find in favor of the plaintiff in this case in the amount of $1,786.85. And most of that, so that we're clear, is the kitchen cabinet, which was a disaster. That's my verdict.
Well, the floor guy comes out first after the plaintiff has won this lawsuit here in the People's Court, but not for everything he sued for.
Right.
What's your reaction to this?
Well, I mean, I did the job the best I could, and I tried to satisfy the customer.
Is there any
bend
way
over
to
backwards.
satisfy that particular customer?
No.
How do you know that?
Because no matter what you do, he's not satisfied.
Could you be more careful next time? Should you
Yeah,
be?
of course,
You guys
of course,
should be?
of course.
All right, right
You know,
around the
things
corner.
happen.
All right, right around the corner this way. And so the plaintiff sues for $5,000 and comes out with a little bit less than $1,800. What's going through your mind here?
It was, it's hard to show everything. There was a lot more to go over.
Are you
It's tough.
impossible to please? Very
No.
hard, difficult to please?
Not at all.
Picky?
No.
You think?
Not at all.
Did you threaten him?
No.
Where'd he come up with that? He made that up out of the clear blue sky?
Well, what he took as a threat was, I explained to him, it would be in your best interest to resolve this issue.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Harvey?
It's ridiculous to ask for pain and suffering in a case like this. You don't get pain and suffering in a contract case, and really, a wood floor, pain and suffering. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by MeUndies. Underwear drawers are like the Wild West of wardrobes. You never know what pair you're going to pull out or what shape it's in. So upgrade your underwear drawer with the buttery soft comfort of MeUndies. MeUndies' signature fabric is as soft and comfy as your favorite sweater. Plus, it's breathable, making it ideal for all-day wear. Get 20% off your first order, plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/Spotify. Enter promo code Spotify. That's MeUndies.com/Spotify, code Spotify.
This is the plaintiff, Elizabeth Meyer. She says she rented a cat urine-soaked house from the defendant. Couldn't wait to get out of it. Can't believe the defendant's refusing to return her security and trying to blame her for the smell. She didn't know it, but the lady who lived there before her was a cat hoarder. Had 60 cats living in the place. She left the place exactly as she found it. The defendant's not being fair, and she's suing for the $3,225 she's owed. This is the defendant, Richard Lyons. He says the plaintiff moved in and right from the get-go started problems and became a total nightmare. When he finally got her to leave, she left the place a complete mess. He had to take time to get the place livable again, and he has every right to keep her security and use it to make repairs. He's accused of renting a really smelly place.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff rented a house from the defendant that turned out to be drenched in cat urine. But the defendant says the plaintiff is just plain nuts and a pig to boot. It's the case of not feline fine.
Elizabeth Meyer.
Yes, sir.
You are suing Richard Lyons, your former landlord, for $2,225, a security deposit that he still has in his possession, which he refuses to return, correct?
Correct.
Tell me about it.
Okay, I moved in 2011. My children and I'm a single mom. We moved in there. Originally, upon moving in, well, prior to moving in, when the realtor was showing us the home, it was a very nice home, and we had made a comment about there being a cat smell. And she said there must be some, they must have cats. Once they're gone, the cat smell will decease.
Spoken like someone who's never had a cat. Go ahead.
So, but she was a third-party realtor, so she was not aware of any situation. So we move in, and I said maybe it's just because the previous the people that were there previously just didn't do a good job cleaning. So I called in a cleaning crew to clean, which Mr. Lyons did pay for, And we moved in, and it was in September. So we had air conditioners on, so the smell wasn't too bad, but it was there. And I said, maybe it will dissipate over time. We were invited to a block party by all of our neighbors, and they said that there was cat hoarding going on there.
Cat hoarding?
Yes. And I do have the health department records that there was cat hoarding, over 60
Okay,
cats.
but why are you telling me all of that stuff? Because you lived there for a year and a half.
You're correct, I did.
Okay, so
And
you're not going to get to say, I mean, this would be fine if you had moved in and 2 days later we're suing him to get back your last month's, first month's security deposit because the place was uninhabitable.
Correct.
But clearly the best
It
evidence
was
of how
not-
habitable it was is that you habitated in it for a year and a half.
It was not inhabitable.
Okay.
All the time.
Okay.
If it was,
Just if it was hot?
humid out,
Yeah.
it was terrible. And
Who lived
I
there
had-
before you?
I don't know. I did meet
Who lived
the
there
woman.
before?
I had various tenants for 4
Who
years.
was the cat lady?
Do you
you have a cat lady living there?
Prior owner.
The prior owner?
Yes.
How long have you owned it?
Since 2008.
So from 3 years earlier was the cat lady?
2007 maybe, but yes.
In your complaint, you say there were dead
No.
cats in the walls and in the ceilings?
Prior to me moving in, yes.
How do you know that?
I have all the reports from the health
For
department.
real?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, let me see the health reports. I just want to see.
It was all gutted.
I hope
which
you
is why
got
it's
a
all
good
new.
deal. Did you get a good deal on the place?
That's why there
I
was a
did.
problem.
Good.
So that's why, but 6 weeks after she moved in, I asked her if she'd like to leave because she had complaints after complaints after complaints.
Right.
And I really couldn't deal with it after 6 weeks because, frankly, I'm busy.
Right.
So I offered for her to move out. I said I'd give her her full refund, not a big deal. And she said, absolutely not. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Then,
she stopped,
then I
did she
didn't hear
stop
from her for
complaining?
5 months.
Right, okay.
Until a legit thing occurred.
Right.
And then, we
Right,
fixed it.
right. And then what happens?
So then in October, she contacted me about a couple things that need to be fixed.
And I guess he didn't do them, or you didn't feel he addressed them quickly enough,
He
but you make a
didn't.
decision you want to move.
Correct.
And on what grounds were you breaking the lease?
There was numerous things. You know, I also had the doors were falling off of the closets, the carpets, the stains were coming back. When I moved in there, I had to have...
What day did you move out, ma'am?
November 30th.
Okay.
I did give him plenty of time.
What notice did you give him?
I gave him 45 days.
Okay.
That's not correct.
Well, how many days?
30.
Okay. Let me just ask you this. Were you able to get other tenants in there?
I did.
Okay. And you got them in there as of the very next day?
Yes.
Okay. So you did not miss any rent?
No, I did not.
Okay. So she broke the lease.
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume for the sake of argument that she broke the lease, that, you know, the place is fine, that those are just repairs, and that she was impatient, she just found a better place. Okay? She broke the lease.
Mm-hmm.
What are your damages?
Carpet cleaning, the tenant
Carpet
sent
cleaning.
the receipts.
All right. How new was
That's-
that carpet?
It should have been 2009.
Okay.
January,
And so she
February.
moves in when? 2011, 2 years later.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
And some spackling that they did to cover up holes and nails in the wall. The
Holes in
broken
the
light
wall?
fixtures. Yeah, holes in the wall. Then there was also, there's damage to the backyard. Their dog, I guess, it needs to be reseeded.
Because of their dog?
Apparently, it's all dug up.
Okay.
Pretty bad.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
No. Okay. The carpet, I need to see pictures of the carpet. Do you have that?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Do you have the bill for cleaning the carpet?
Yes.
Okay. And
That's
can
those
I-
Home Depot receipts. They did it in themselves, with some of the light fixtures. It came out to $205.
Okay. And that's how
change.
much? How much did they pay to clean the carpet?
$205.13. It's the Home Depot stuff for like the broken light fixtures to replace
It
the
says
bulbs.
carpet cleaning supplies $22. The
Right.
locks were $25, and some other tiny miscellaneous things. Okay. No pictures of the carpet. All right.
No.
Did you leave the carpet in poor shape?
No, I did not.
Did you have a pet?
I did. I had 2 dogs.
Okay.
However, the carpets were in such bad shape when I moved in that I had to contact Mr. Lyons, and he had Stanley Steamer come out.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
I
Okay.
have the
Let's talk
receipt.
about
And I
the
paid
holes
for
in the wall. Did you leave holes in the wall?
Not a hole in any wall.
Not a hole in any wall?
I spackled every hole,
And
and I
painted?
asked the realtor, should I paint? His realtor.
Right.
And she said, no, the new tenants asked if they can paint when they come in.
May
We
I see
paint.
pictures of the holes in the wall and the repair bill to repair the holes in the wall?
Well, it was spackle, like she was just
She
saying.
spackled them.
She
So what are you
spackled,
out?
but then she never
okay,
painted.
sweetheart, only tell me the stuff where you're out something that's going to count against the security deposit.
Okay.
So holes in the wall. Did you have to pay somebody to repair the holes in the wall?
I'm gonna have to pay somebody to paint.
But is it accurate that your realtor told her no, the tenants want to pick their own color?
Not to my knowledge. I highly doubt they're gonna. It's 4 girls. I highly doubt they're gonna be painting the whole entire house as a
Okay, all right.
Big enough house.
What planet are you
I
from
wouldn't do
that
it.
women can't paint? You think there's something about your genitalia that stops you from painting
No,
or not
I
painting?
wouldn't do it. There's no way. It's a big
who
house.
Who says that 4 women aren't going to paint a house? I've painted before. I mean, come on.
So could you live in a house that had a smell like this over a period of time?
Absolutely not. If I'm going to pay to live there, it's not.
What if the rent's really cheap?
No, there's no way. Not cash.
$100 a month.
No, there's no way.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
The holes in the wall. Do you have pictures of the holes in the wall? Did you say yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, let me see them. And then the damages to the backyard. What were the damages that you say happened to the backyard?
The grass was all dug up.
Do you have pictures of
They're
that?
saying from the dogs, and a lot of the neighbors were calling the realtors and having them contact me, complaining about their dogs and being overly aggressive in the backyard.
Okay, well that's great, but do you have pictures of the damage to the yard?
I do not. I was going to get
Okay,
them
sweetheart,
today.
how's this going to go for you? How do you think it's going so far? Good or bad?
I don't know. It's sounding bad.
It's sounding bad, isn't it? Indeed it is. You are insightful. A couple things. Number one, if you're going to are you going to continue to own property in New Jersey?
As soon as I get rid of the house, no.
Okay. But in the meantime, if you're going to continue to rent it to people, you need to understand New Jersey landlord-tenant law. You have certain rights as a tenant. You have certain obligations as a landlord, okay? And one of your obligations is that within 30 days of the time that the person moves out, you have to write them a letter that says what it is that you are keeping and why you are keeping it, which I know wasn't done in this case. They can smack you for extra damages over that. She's not asking for that. She just wants her money back. But they can smack you for extra damages for that. And so it's like, in other words, it's really risky for you not to know the law, all right? But I think that what happened is not so much that, oh, there was all this damage, because you would have taken pictures. The problem is that I think that you were misinformed on your right to be able to keep the security deposit when someone breaches a contract. You were bending over backwards for her. You felt like she had taken advantage of you because all of a sudden now you had to re-rent it to somebody else. I don't know why you weren't happy if she was really that big a problem tenant. And how are these tenants working out for you? They don't bother you?
No.
Right, so you should be happy. But anyway, you can't keep if you're not out. That's the bottom line. I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $3,225. Good luck, folks.
Thanks.
Well, he has lost this case, and he comes out into the hallway to give us a comment, which is what on this verdict?
I'm disappointed, but I realize that I obviously did not know all the laws, but it is what it is.
The landlord laws in New Jersey, what have you learned about them? The main thing.
The main
about
thing?
putting it in writing.
Maybe I should read them up on the laws for
starters. Maybe you should read them.
Yeah.
You have an obligation, if you're going to keep security, to put it in writing within 30 days.
Right.
Itemizing why and what you're keeping.
And pictures.
Okay, all right. Right around this way. There goes the man with the cat. Is that a cat house? I mean, why'd you even move in there if it was such a...
I wasn't made aware. It wasn't until
You
after
stayed there a long time.
I did, because I'm a very clean person. I bleached it every weekend, and I lit candles, and I ran dehumidifiers and air conditioners, and
You had seances?
I should have.
And the smell was still there?
Well, no, only when it became humid.
All right.
Yeah.
Harvey?
Okay, we talked about this before. A landlord and a tenant should take pictures of the apartment before and after the tenant moves in. It's the way to protect both.
This episode is brought to you by FX's Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. Join host Evan Ross Katz on the official podcast for FX's new series, Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, and go behind the scenes with cast and special guests, featuring Sarah Pigeon, Paul Anthony Kelly, Grace Gummer, and Naomi Watts. FX's Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, wherever you listen to podcasts.